Hi, welcome to Women in Midlife. I'm Karen. Thank you for coming to my channel where we are going to talk about anything and everything that pertains to women over 50s. So stick around and we'll be back. Hi, this is Women in Midlife. We have Dr. Madeleine Cheah back again with us. How are you, Madeleine?
Good, thank you.
Thank
Again,
you.
greetings from Adelaide.
Yo.
Weather is very hot here.
Very hot, but we can't
Yeah.
complain because it's very, very cold in the other side of the world.
Here it's too hot. I can't even stand. I come from the tropics, but I can't stand the heat here.
Oh,
Horrible.
it's
Yeah.
like a real stifling. What's the temperature like there?
Today is 32.
Okay.
Yeah. The last 2 days was 35. It was really horrible though.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
So-
actually, particularly the moment you walk out the door, you feel like you're going to get like heat stroke.
Oh gosh.
Understand? It's not humidity, it's really hot heat. It penetrates through your skin.
Oh my
So
goodness. So
you have to have
aircon.
and you wear hats. I always wear hats when I go out.
Yeah. And the aircon must be running at home.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to get over.
Oh gosh.
Not a matter of aircon. I do put fan so that it circulate the air.
Right.
Okay. You know what I mean? So it's horrible. The most pleasant time of the year, in Australia at this time.
Uh-huh.
I prefer white Christmas.
Okay.
But it's not.
Well,
It'll
can't
never
have
be,
everything.
never-
Can't have everything, right?
That's right.
Okay, so today I wanted to bring Dr. Madeleine in because she is a legal expert, and maybe you can give us a bit of background on your qualification, and we'll be asking her about power of attorney. Okay, all right, Madeleine, take the stage.
Hi, everybody. Have a legal background and do whatever anyone could do with whatever profession you are in. I'm just in education a long time, so I think I can sort of give a little advice here and there. I think I'm pretty good at this for the time being, so I'm okay to go ahead.
So,
Yeah.
Madeleine, maybe to qualify yourself, what kind of the qualification that you have to be a legal advisor?
Oh, I'm basically have my bachelor degree, and I also have a master in law. I have my PhD in business admin.
Okay, and you practice. You have your own legal practice as well.
For a while, yes, and I have been in education for a long time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the premise on Dr. Cheah's qualification. So, Madeleine, I wanted you to talk about power of attorney because there is the misconception that it's only valid for people with rich parents, and that then only it is valid. I need to. I'm advocating for this because I think it's a very important component of being a caregiver or a voice for your parents or anyone elderly. Can you elaborate on power of attorney, please?
Power of attorney is actually the word itself, power, giving a person a power of attorney, meaning give you the right to do certain things on your behalf. Okay, so like you said before, that a lot of people don't know what is the reason why one should have a power of attorney. It is an important piece of document because not only for the rich, not only to deal with your finances, there are sort of two kinds of power attorney. One is the general power attorney where you can use it for dealing with your finances. Let's say you are overseas working. Nowadays, there are like no borders. You can work in China or wherever, but you have property back in Malaysia. Then you need to sell your property. So you can always, before you leave, you can actually appoint someone trust, like your daughter or your wife or your son, to have the power so that he or she can deal with the property on your behalf while you're away. So that is a general one that a lot of people know about it. And also later in a part of my life, I realized that a lot of people still don't know that it's this enduring long power attorney, meaning that a power attorney that gives rights to people who actually sort of like you say, caregiver to their parents or you know. So what you do is that you give the power to the person so that the moment you are incapacitated, you practically, a lot of things you can't do because you can't deal with your finances, you can't deal with your own self. That is where a power attorney comes in. So the long enduring power attorney is where you have to have, so that we don't know what's going to happen to us. Like I myself have one, and my husband drawn one up. That was like a few years ago. We realized that we're not getting any younger. And this power gives the person right that you say, anything happened to me, my husband has the right to deal with whatever that with me, basically my health. But everybody must understand that power attorney only lasts when you are alive. When you are dead, the power attorney has no more any power.
Oh.
So that is only in your lifetime. It's not after.
Okay, so that's very clear. Then let me reiterate this. So basically, the power of attorney, enduring power of attorney, only is valid until the person's death, of which whatever that person may have done, any wills and everything, that still stays after the fact. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are actually the best to have is there are two documents you should have, every one of us. There's your power attorney, basically a long and enduring power attorney, as well as a will, because that will probably like encompass before death and after death. Okay, so whatever you want to give your property to, or the things that you have got, what you want to, how you will deal with. By giving, you have a will, then your estate will know what to do.
Right.
You appoint an executor, and the estate will deal with it, and you know, then at least your things are all like sort of taken care of. So don't mix the two, but it's good to have both. Right. In fact, you must have both. I would say that you must have both together.
I see.
That it make the whole thing make more sense before your death and after your death. Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the perspective of, let's say, the elderly person. Sometimes they are afraid to do this because they feel that maybe they'll be taken advantage of. Is there reason to be afraid, or can the document actually still protect their interests?
Of course, when you give someone the power, you practically give them the power. Okay, you know what I mean? So I would advise that, appoint someone you will trust to do it. Okay, that you can fully trust 100% the person will deal with your financial affairs well when you can't do it. So, or another way is that you can never know a person until sometimes things in front, right? But what you can do is that you can still limit the power. So you also can get 2%. 2% to actually have your power attorney. So at least there's a balance and check.
Right. Okay. That's very, very good to know, because there are people who get very nervous because of that. Yeah. Yep. So let's look at, of course, the finances. We have the will and all those things. Now, the reason is more the fact that if someone is unable to speak for themselves, so the I want you to clarify, like, in the event, if let's say I got my elderly who is unable to breathe anymore and is put on life support, and in the document it's clearly stated that he does not want to be on life support anymore, and I being the person of authority, which means I can say, well, this is what so and so wants, we will have to do accordingly. Is that how it works?
Not really in your power attorney, because there is another form that you can actually get it. In Australia, we do have that. I'm not sure about Malaysia. There's a form that you can actually fill up, and you can actually say that I do not want to resuscitate.
Okay. Yeah.
If anything happened to me, right, then you register with the government. There's a body in South Australia you can register. Right. So very sure about how Malaysia works, but usually during long power attorney, you don't really state that's totally not one that is the power. You're not giving the you can't, because especially the country doesn't they don't believe in euthanasia. Okay, so you have that says that I want to be killed. You understand what I'm saying? Don't resuscitate me because I want to be dead.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't really use your power of attorney for such. But that in Australia we do have a form actually you can fill up.
So as I know it, over in Malaysia, you have the DNR form, which can. The question I have for you is, if let's say I know that person actually doesn't want because there's no quality of life anymore, can I sign that document on behalf, or no, that cannot be done?
I wouldn't advise because it's whose word against who.
Right. Okay. Even if it's written in the document.
You know what I mean? So you have the DNR is good. You can actually file it in Australia. You can actually file it the government.
Right.
You put in then they got record. But I mean, out of no record whatsoever, no, I wouldn't advise at all to do such thing because
okay.
Especially if your country doesn't allow euthanasia, then you cannot.
Yes, understand. Okay. And going to that, so you have your POA, and then the next document would be the actual will itself to give accordingly and all that. And is just to clarify again, do we really need a lawyer to draft all these things, or can we write it and certify it ourselves?
As far as will, actually you can do it without a lawyer. But during power attorney, I would advise that you go to a lawyer to properly draft it.
Okay. All right.
It's a lot of money, about probably like less than $1,000.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So really, that's it.
I hope that I have given you enough to sort of start off.
Yeah. It's just to keep people thinking and do their own research. We are here just to start.
Push them?
Yeah, just to keep them thinking and understand that there are a lot more to think about, especially when caring for the elderly, and even for ourselves, really, something so that we don't burden the caregiver and things like that. So I thank you for your time, Madeleine, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.